What's up, guys? This is Mike Lurris, going to be casting League of Dota Season 2, Week number 5. This is going to be one of the, well, actually it might be the only semifinal match because we're having some complications with the other game. But at least this one should be a nice and clean best of 3. It's going to be between Gamesboard on the Radiant, MagicPigeons on the Dire. This week, I have not casted Gamesboard, but I have casted them in the past. MagicPigeons, I don't think I've seen any of them ever, so... but they're in the semifinals, so they have to be pretty good. And unfortunately, again, we're going to be seeing an Ember ban first, and that's, man, I was talking to Nistigord about that yesterday, and if you were tuned in, then you would know what the final verdict was. But it's a shame. It's a shame that we can't see Ember Spirit. I mean, he's a good hero, but he's a different hero. It's a hero that you have to play around in a certain way. But still, first banning him, come on. You got to let him in and see what happens, I think. But yeah, Ember Spirit, Slark, both similar in how they behave, actually, in the fact that they're very slippery. They could do a lot of damage and just run away with the game if you let them. And then Gamesboard, on the other hand, instead of targeting those types of heroes with their bans, instead going to target the OD, the Invoker, get rid of those high threat intelligence heroes that 9 times out of 10 will go to the mid lane and ruin your day. Gamesboard after that will pick up the Nyx Assassin first, so probably, well, actually we've been seeing a little bit more and more of the hard lane Nyx Assassin. Without proper setup for a support Nyx Assassin, it gets a little bit more difficult to land and impale. It's not impossible. I mean, it's still very possible. But Nyx Assassin on the offlane usually does get his levels up. I mean, decently enough. And then once you get Vendetta, then you could start killing people really early. MagicPigeon's going to respond with a Timbersaw as well as a Venomancer. So you're going to have that offlane here. You're going to have that additional support as well. No stuns quite yet, whereas Gamesboard do have 2 stuns at least in the Mirana as well as Nyx. Mirana's Arrow not exactly the most reliable of stuns, but still, if you have set up with a Impale or something like that, or any, single target click you're disabled kind of spell, then it's usually going to be pretty damn good. Gamesboard going to eliminate all the cold heroes, Crystal Maiden as well as Lich. I think Crystal Maiden is definitely a good ban. Lich I'm on the fence about as a hero. I mean, Chain Frost, we saw wreak havoc last game with the Chain Frost as well as Chronosphere combination. And hell, if you could get a Chain Frost Chronosphere combination, then you're going to be in pretty good shape. But if not, Chain Frost oftentimes just fizzles and doesn't do much of anything. MagicPigeon's going to respond to those bans with a Doom as well as a Viper, making sure to really get their lanes, lock down the enemy's mid-game as much as possible with, again, just heroes that dominate their situations. Like Doom versus the Timbersaw is absolutely devastating, and oh, hello, Gamesboard. Gonna go with an old classic, like even older than Mirana Bane. It's Mirana Shadow Demon. Actually, maybe that's not true. Maybe it's not true at all. But still, Mirana Shadow Demon, a solid combination. Shadow Demon does set up pretty perfectly with Nyx, although doing it against Juggernaut would be a little bit of a challenge. Wow, these picks are just blasting out. Okay. MagicPigeon's going to go with the Visage as well as Juggernaut for their 2 picks. Visage going to be that secondary support hero along with the Venomancer. Lots of slows, not too many stuns on the MagicPigeon side, however, a lot of AoE damage. In fact, that Timbersaw as well as Juggernaut can be dishing it the entire time. Their lanes they're kind of in a weird spot, MagicPigeons. You'd expect them to be pushing with this type of lineup, but I mean, they still can if they go for a Death Prophet, which they very well might. Then they could go with Death Prophet pushing, along with the Healing Ward pushing, get the Venomancer wards, get the Visage Familiars, and then get Timbersaw for those fights that will happen after the pushing. It won't be a terrible way to go. Gamesboard with the Enigma pickup, however, and it's a Dragonite, actually. So a different kind of pushing, but still very, very deadly. I think we've seen this from a different team before. This is almost exact same lineup. And then Gamesboard instantly going to respond to the Queen of Pain. That might have been the fastest draft I've ever seen. They knew what they wanted, and it looks like either team wasn't really messing with one another. So Nyx Assassin definitely going to be on the off lane now. Mirana as the 1 role for Gamesboard, supported by the Shadow Demon as well as the Enigma. Queen of Pain will be 1v1 mid versus, or most likely 1v1 mid versus the DK. And then in that particular sense, Queen of Pain with her base damage, with her attack speed, or with her projectile speed rather, should do very, very well versus the DK. Should be, a fairly cut and dry lane. Visage as well as Venomancer, they are not going to be able to gank the Queen of Pain because the only stun that they will have is, well, in the entire game, until they get the Familiars up, is going to be that Dragon Tail. And Dragon Tail, it actually might be closest to get the Queen of Pain down to lethal range if you dump the correct spells in the correct order and then lay Soul Assumption down at the last second. But it's still going to be a little bit difficult. So we are in the game. So yeah, I expect Gamesboard to kind of run away with that mid lane. As far as Shadow Demon as well as Shadow Demon Rana, that combination goes, it's a really solid combination in that you disrupt them, and then you have all the time in the world to, you could even like move around a little bit, and then fire off the arrow when you have a clear line of sight. Thank you, 604 Hun. Mega Kill Bastion, announcer Bastion. So yeah, that's a solid combination there. The Enigma pickup I find is a little bit weird from Gamesboard. I mean, it does give them a reliable jungle. It's something that MagicPigeons can't really punish that much. I mean, Visage as well as Venomancer can definitely, if they want to, go roam and go find and then kill an Enigma. But Timbersaw can mess with the Enigma a little bit, but Timbersaw will probably take more damage than he gives, at least for the early stages, and at least if Enigma has his Eidolons up and kind of away from him so that Timbersaw can't kill all the Eidolons and hit the Enigma with the same, Timber Chain, Whirling Death combination. So it's a little bit more team fight going for the Gamesboard side. I guess you do have the Vendetta to initiate. You do have the Queen of Pain to jump in, arrows to initiate. So the Enigma probably just going to be a tool to get a fast mech up, since really Shadow Demon's not going to be getting it anytime soon. Mirana, no. Queen of Pain, no. Nick Assassin, definitely not. So it's a reliable holder of the mech and allow them to push a little bit, but really versus MagicPigeon's pushing lineup, it is going to pale in comparison. Like it doesn't even stand a chance. But here we go. It won't be a proper game without a nice proper pause. And what is this? It's an outfit of Lacadia. Lacacida. Lacacida? I don't know. This is a cool courier. I've never seen this one before, actually. Alright, so let's see who's going to be playing what. On the Gamesboard side, the team that I have casted for is going to be Gazior. On the off lane, Nick Assassin. Not going to go with the poor man's shield. Instead, going to go with the very standard melee rollout. Sasu is going to be on the Queen of Pain, packing around that one observer ward. Probably just going to ward up this area right up here and then just be happy with that. And then the tri-lane for Gamesboard is going to be Taboo on the Mirana, the little bug following up as well. Wizir is going to be supporting as the Shadow Demon, and jungling it is going to be close bracket, I, open bracket. Definitely, that's the best way to do it. On the MagicPigeon side, we have 604 going to be playing the support Visage along with Sescu. Or I guess SQ Homer is going to be supporting as well on the Venomancer, and that leaves Showdog. The last hero of the aggressive tri-lane going to be the Juggernaut. Showstopper is going to be mid lane as the Dragonite, and Showgirl is going to be on top lane as the Timbersaw. So as far as these lanes go, Mirana as well as Shadow Demon, ordinarily you would say, oh, that's a pretty easy lane. Just as a dual lane, they should be very capable to kill pretty much whatever. This lane, not so much. I mean, there is a great defensive tool in Disruption. Leap should be taken level 1 from Mirana if they know what's coming, and I think given the lineup, they might not know what's coming. They might expect Showgirl's Timbersaw to be here, but either way, Timbersaw versus Nick Assassin is a very troubling matchup for Nyx. And then just running 2v3 in this particular lane as well. Wizard as well as Taboo. It's a lot of damage. Sacred Arrow after a Disruption, you get that additional curse on there as well, and whoever's in that bubble is going to take a real beating. However, that's only their offensive capabilities. Defensively, they have this Disruption to be defensive, but still the offensive capabilities of MagicPigeons is absolutely insane. I mean, Sescu just with the Gale into the where is it? Where'd he go? Into the Blade Fury of Juggernaut of Showdog.
And they're off.
Is going to be so very deadly. I mean, that's a combination that you tell noobs to do when they start playing the game. It's like, oh, you want to look for a lane combination? Well, you go for Venomancer Juggernaut. You go for Crystal Maiden Juggernaut. I think Crystal Maiden's a little bit better, and Showdog's really derping up that block. That was absolutely terrible. But adding the Visage damage on top of that, and all of a sudden you are in a lot of trouble. But, oh, they might actually go for 604. Are they going to put him in the bubble? There it is. Arrow going to fly through as well. Should be right on the mark. It is. Here comes the Enigma. Has Eidolons, but I don't think it's going to matter. It's going to be a first blood for close bracket, I, open bracket. And that's the offensive capabilities of the Gamesboard side. Enigma going to get skyrocketed on the gold per minute chart. Should give him like an instant soul ring or near instant. And now on the bottom lane, Showdog as well as Sescu without their third trusty support. So a really good start for the Gamesboard side, considering the fact that they should be behind for a great part of this game. And we can see Showgirl going toe to toe with Gazior. Gazior is not really going to be winning these fights. Stout shields on both ends. However, Timbersaw with... Oh, actually, Nick Assassin has a little bit more armor. Just Timbersaw could just do so much more damage with his skills. Like, he could almost kill Gazior right now. But that's not going to happen because now Timbersaw is all out of mana. So Maybe Timbersaw has this lane now that he has burnt out the rest of his opponent's mana. I think there should be bottles going for both sides on that top side. Both teams, both sides need their mana just to, I guess, one to harass and the other to make sure that the other guy doesn't have mana. But Enigma level 2, after that first blood, he's going to have a really, really easy time in the jungle, assuming MagicPigeons have to keep their heroes here. And it seems like they might, but here we go. Gale onto both. Taboo as well as Wizard. Wizard has to put himself in the bubble. He's going to put Juggernaut in the bubble instead. But the right-click damage is still intense. Showdog going to close in. 604 going to get hit with an arrow. Very short one. Soul Assumption onto Wizard. One more right-click won't be enough. Sescu will get it. No, denied by Taboo. Well done by him. And now Sescu is going to live as well. 68 HP. 604 is also on his way out. The movement speed from Mirana is pretty high, and Hyun has got to be careful. He's going to salve, he's going to clarity. However, the arrow's going to miss. Taboo's taking quite a beating from Showdog. He's going to force out some restoratives. Enigma coming from the back, however, killing off the Venomancer. Does he know that the Visage is still here? It looks like he doesn't even care. He got what he came for. It's 2 kills for the Enigma. He has another point in Malphus now, leveled up for that. Showdog going to get stunned, but he has Blade Fury. He's going to be absolutely fine. But shit, Enigma coming in like a superhero at the right moment, at the right time. That's going to give him his soul ring. And usually from Enigmas, this is not what you see. Typically Enigma players like to sit in the jungle because they do jungle so very effectively. It's like kind of a waste to leave the lane and try for ganks, but really, when the enemy is leaving with literally 1 hit left on them, it's not really much of a gank attempt as much as room service. So Enigma going to be collecting 2 kills, only 5 CS for him, but still, Soul Ring is up 2 minutes 50 seconds into the game. And let's take a quick look at the other lane. Showstopper 7 for 2, staying pretty even as far as creep score compared to Sasu. The bottles are being ferried back and forth for both sides. I expect Sasu to start running away with this lane. Showstopper relying on the bottle just for that Breathe Fire spam, which looks like is bringing Sasu actually pretty low. And in the meantime, bottom lane, Gazier still not having the best of time. 10 for 1 versus 13 for 2, though, all things considered, this lane is still pretty even. Showgirl really needs some form of mana regeneration. Arcane Boots probably would be the best, though. I still think Bottle won't be too terrible. So now Taboo. They get spun, but there is the leap away. So Gamesboard, they have defensive capabilities in this particular lane. However, still MagicPigeons, if they get the right circumstance, then they can easily get kills on this lane. Here comes the Enigma, though, smoked up with his entire Eidolon army. Are they going to try to go for a kill on Showstopper? It looks like he's going to go for at least the wraparound. So here we go, Ninja Enigma. Here he goes. There is no more Eidolon army. He's going to try to go around for Showstopper. If they have another stun on the DK, he does have 2 bottle charges. Queen of Pain does not have anything. Showstopper is going to get pushed back, and it looks like it was a little bit too early from Sasu. Yeah, he just went a little bit too soon, and, well, the DK, although he is bleeding from the Shadow Strike, going to drink the rest of his bottle, and he will be right up there as far as HP is concerned. Meantime, bottom lane, looks like 604 got put into a bubble, got tagged with an arrow, possibly. No, didn't get tagged with an arrow, but still. Gamesboard staying pretty even on this bottom lane, all things considered, and, well, actually all lanes are pretty even. 14 for 2 versus 18 for 8, that's fairly even. 14 for 2 versus 6 for 1, actually. Wow, Gamesboard doing a lot better on this bottom lane than I really thought. Pressure from these supports, Visage as well as Venomancer, the lack of stuns on this lane really, really hurting them. If they had a Crystal Maiden, this lane would be maybe not that much easier. If they had a Lion, or a Shadow Shaman, or something with a Hex, or a Magic Missile, or something like that, then it'll be a lot easier. It should be so much easier for them to get kills. But unfortunately, they're trying to work with what they have, and that's not too much the Juggernaut could do once Mirana leaps out. Shadow Demon can even put himself into a bubble, mitigate almost all that damage from that spin. So we have another pause. Always pausing. But if these lanes are even, then of course it will go the way of Gamesboard, because the lanes are holding even. Top lane's fine, bottom lane's fine, mid lane's fine. Enigma's in the jungle. They have that extra income of golden experience. And we're gonna keep our eyes back on this bottom lane. Sasu, though, very, very weak. Showstopper out of mana, and Sasu seems to know that. It's a good idea to play around with the enemy, but gotta be careful. If you mess up for 1 second, you get some fire right in the face, and that will be lethal fire. Looks like Sasu's just gonna get another bottle delivery, and he'll be restored up. But then again, DK seems to be hitting his Breathe Fires. I haven't really been watching DK that closely, just because Queen of Pain versus DK is a very kind of planned matchup. It's not too exciting except for occasional bursts of killing attempts. So I'm assuming the Breathe Fire is just landing true on the Queen of Pain, though Queen of Pain's still doing just fine. DK doing a lot better than I really would have thought. You see now another gank attempt coming in. Enigma, 3 points in the Malphus, gonna go for a slower jungling build and 2 points in Demonic Conversion in favor of more killing potential. Can't really blame him for that, considering he already does have 2 kills. I mean, he has that kind of accelerating his farm artificially, of course. And now we can see if Sasu and Showstopper can pick a fight. Showstopper, a little bit, again, more miscommunication between these two guys. It's hard to gank a DK just straight up the lane. I mean, he has boots, and Enigma, does he have boots? He doesn't have boots, so that's going to be damn near impossible to just run up and do that. Timbersaw now with the arcane boots up should be able to steadily apply the pressure to the Nyx assassin. And, well, right now Sasu going to catch a regeneration rune. If a stun goes out on Showstopper, I think he just might be dead. Here comes the Queen of Pain, but it looks like they are just fine.
A little bit over here, but like all over here.
You guys want to... Jesus Christ, guys.
We're showing off hickeys.
Alright, people being loud in here. Gassier now, level 7. Showgirl is also level 7, so both of these guys can lead the lane if they do choose to do so. Starstorm value from Taboo. Really just a lot of poking and prodding going back and forth between these two teams. Enigma, though, still farming up again, not with the fastest build. Demonic Conversions usually does get priority over Malphus. And then, of course, he'll get the Black Hole next level. So it's going to be quite a while before he gets to the level 3 Demonic Conversion. It's going to make his jungling that much slower. But really, MagicPigeons, they're not getting enough done in this bottom lane. When you run against a tri-lane like this, your objective is to kill the enemy, and if not kill them, make sure the enemies don't get farm. And, well, right now, Mirana's getting her farm, and she's definitely not dying. She's getting a lot more farm than Juggernaut as well. If Juggernaut was getting more farm than Mirana, I would say, okay, it's still a bad situation, but all things considered, it could be a lot worse. Showstopper and Sasu can go toe-to-toe. Man, fight. That's not going to happen. 2 charges on to Sasu, and Showstopper's actually got to be a little bit careful. He bottles up, and then he could go for a Scream Sonic Wave, though Dragon Tail is always a threat. We also do see 604 coming in as well. Only level 3 on that Visage, so not going to be too useful in a little skirmish, though still level 2 Soul Assumption dropped any time in the game is going to sting quite a bit. And the 8-minute rune is going to actually go to the Visage, so now Queen of Pain might be in a little bit of trouble. Again, the only way that they could lock her down is that Dragon Tail. And Visage is actually going to go up towards the top lane. Gazier is going to be the one in trouble. Showgirl, though, completely tapped out of mana. He can't really do anything here. So this haste rune from Visage is actually just going to do nothing. I'm going to log out of Skype. There we go. Showdog is now in a little bit of trouble. He does not have a TP, but he has a Blade Fury, and Wizard is going to give Juggernaut a hug. He's going to put himself in the bubble. Taboo is there to right-click, trying to get a little bit of body block as well. Taboo needs this stun. Free-hand an arrow, and it's going to land. What an arrow. I mean, it's not too hard of an arrow to hit, but still, when your enemy knows that you're going to throw an arrow, it's always so much more difficult to land it. And land it he did. Juggernaut goes down because his 2 supports just went and left the lane. You can't just leave your wingman down like that. That's how you get killed by Russians. And here we go. Showstopper going to try to go for the Dragon Tail. Unfortunately, could not get it off. Sasu quick enough with the fingers. But here comes Gazier. He might have been spotted teleporting in with that Vendetta, but the way Showstopper's playing, it doesn't quite look like it. Gazier, where are you going, bro? He has level 4 Impale, level 2 Spike Carapace, possibly looking for a Visage pick, though Sasu not exactly too healthy. I want to return to this lane, and, well, it's a lot of meat to go through on this DK, so Gazier, yeah, he wasted the first Vendetta, wasted the first attempt on the on a different lane, but look like Sasu actually get stunned at it. What? Why are you walking forward with no bottle? I don't understand what happened. I was like, there's no way a kill is going to happen on this mid lane. Queen of Pain would have for that to happen, and well, she delivered. She definitely delivered.
Top tower's hurting.
Wizard now in a lot of trouble. Look at the damage from Timbersaw. Now the spin onto Taboo. He will leap out, but the Timber Chain and the Chakram not going to do it. Showgirl is going to chase this one through the tower. Omni Slash will not bounce a second time onto Mirana. Another Chakram's out in 3, 2, 1, and Timber Chain. Timber Chain cut through the trees. Timber Chain, Chakram, oh, still a little bit short. I think the range in Chakram's higher than that. It might be. Taboo with the leap with the phase boots, gonna juke another Timber Chain. Wow, Q Benny Hill somebody, but here comes Sasu. Showgirl is way out of position. Arrow gonna fly through and miss. How did that miss? He wasn't even moving. But either way, Taboo getting out of there alive. But no, Wezer, what are you doing there, Wezer? Showdog's going to get another Blade Fury off. It will not kill the Shadow Demon. Going to put him in a cursed bubble. Mirana is nowhere near, but there's the Purge, and Wezer might actually just get the soul kill on Showdog. Not even look at the explosion. Shadow Demon with 3 points in Soul Catcher after taking that Blade Fury straight to the face is going to find a solo pick-off 1v1 versus the enemy Juggernaut. When that happens, when your Shadow Demon is level 6 and your Juggernaut is also level 6, you know you're in for not the best time right now. And well, we can see that Gamesboard in the lead as far as golden experience earned is concerned. 11 minutes in, it's not too much of a lead, but still, it is substantial enough for Wezer to get solo kills. But here comes Showgirl though, and Timbersaw is definitely capable of killing off Wezer. Wezer, you gotta run, but not in an angle that can hit you with the tree. Here comes the Enigma, has a black hole. Showgirl gonna get stunned out of his Timber Chain. Black hole now. These Eidolons are not going to split, but it doesn't matter because here comes Gas here for the extra damage. Timbersaw is gonna burn down in that black hole. Enigma at the right place at the right time. Once again, 302 on him. He's been involved in almost every single kill that his team has picked up thus far. That, of course, will mean he's that much closer to his mech. Taboo trying to go 1v3. Would not recommend. He's going to leap down to Logre. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to get stuck with the Centaurs. Oh, gotta hide. Panic, Taboo. They know he's there. Run, Taboo. No. Oh, no. Run. No. Is he just stuck there? Can you not get out? Oh, they don't know he's there. They don't know he's there. I thought you could get out of here. I thought you could get out through here. Apparently I'm mistaken. He has to live for another 8 seconds. Oh, the Centaur. You can get out. Why didn't he get out? The Centaur's getting in. Taboo, just fight him. It's farm. You're farming. That was the plan. Uh-oh, but they know about it. Taboo. Gonna leap down to the high ground and will make it out alive. Okay. That was a lot closer than it should have been. But we're okay now. We're okay, because Taboo is out, and he's going to chuck an arrow. He's going to connect on Showstopper. Can Sasu burst him down? I think he can. Sonic Wave going to be used. There is a bottle charge Will's haste stream from Showstopper, though. He's going to dash on out of there. He's going to be just fine. That was with a level 2 arrow landing. Sasu not doing enough damage to kill off that DK. Now Showgirl might be in a little trouble. Once again, stunned out of that Timber Chain. No black hole this time, but the Eidolons have split. Showgirl going to try to do as much damage, but he probably is going to escape. Both sides are going to escape. But still, that was just one Malphus and right clicks off of Enigma. And that's right clicks with the Eidolons that aren't even maxed out right now. And granted, Timbersaw can get a lot more reactive armor. He's going to get a lot tankier as this game progresses. But still, it is just a lot of damage. And this Enigma, flexing his muscles right now, is going to get a very quick mech, all things considered. Or fast enough mech, considering how aggressive he's been in these lanes. Gazer with 40 seconds off of his Vendetta, looking for top lane. Showdog has moved up there, trying to get a little bit of farm going. Top lane tower still pretty healthy. Taboo might be looking for a free-handed arrow. It's definitely within the realm of possibility, and Showdog walks right into it. Has an on slash, has a spin though. Taboo might be biting off a little bit more than he could chew. Soul Assumption will not be dodged by Leap, but still Taboo really just showing that he could almost 100 to 0 Showdog. My God, English too hard. Now the healing ward is up. Showdog's going to recuperate all that HP. Showgirl in the front lines, and it's going to be a top tower push. Fortification is up. The creep wave gets annihilated. Range creep gets tagged with a 5-second arrow, but there's still not much pushing power here. Well, here comes the DK. Never mind. Gaz, you're going to get in there with a 2-man stun. Sasu is there, but no Sonic Wave. The Chakram's going to do a lot of damage to Gaz here. The Enigma does not have a black hole either. He's going to get burst down 100-0 very, very quickly. Sasu going to hit Dragon Tail straight to the face. Showgirl is going to try to go out. He's not going to get out. Showstopper now cursed up. Demonic Purge. It's not going to do enough, but Taboo going to leap forward. He will get that kill. Now Sescu is going to be 1v3. He's going to go down as well. It's a triple kill for Taboo. A buyback for Juggernaut, trying to run back in for an Omni Slash. If they turn around, he might still get it, but it looks like they're not going to. And it looks like we have a little bit of betrayal among the ranks. Nick Sasson is going to get denied. It looked like he was in lethal range, so fair enough. Mirana, I think that's the second Mirana denial? It might have been, I mean, I know that was the second hero denial. I don't know if it was the second time Mirana denied. Yeah, Juggernaut unable to get his Omni Slash off, and he's, well, he should have... Did he get stats? He got a point in stats, okay. He got a point in stats instead of more Blade Fury. I don't know how I feel about that, Showdog. Blade Fury is a pretty good skill. Although getting stats in Juggernaut isn't really unheard of. Generally at level 7, you want to have maxed out Blade Fury, like 100% of the time. If you're doing anything else, I would say that's a mistake. But MagicPigeon's just grouping up a little bit too much, and now Homer going to go toe-to-toe with Sasu. Sonic Wave, though, and Venomancer, you are not a carry, sir. You are not a mid-game hero. You are just a support. You do a lot of damage to the Queen of Pain, but she still has 2 bottle charges, so she's going to recuperate almost all of that. and be just fine, or at least just base and be just fine. Either way, she's going to be just fine. That last fight, Gamesboard up top, they took it nice and clean, and that was without Black Hole. That was without Sonic Wave. Now, Sonic Wave would have absolutely destroyed MagicPigeons. They were all grouped up in a nice conal shape, and guess what has a nice conal attack? Well, it's going to... Oh, someone's in a bubble. It's going to be the Juggernaut. He's cursed. Actually, no, Showgirl is going to get cursed up. He's going to get a huge Whirling Death on the Wizard, as well as Enigma. Already, Malphus has been used. The stun's going to fly through onto Gassier. Arrow going to fly through. Will tag the Timbersaw. Showstopper, though, stunned due to the Spike Carapace, and now Black Hole onto 2. X604 on the low ground, but he's not doing quite enough. Showdog going to try to spin and kill off this Enigma, but Taboo's right-click damage will be enough to get yet another triple kill for him. Does he have another arrow? He does. And will he throw it? You just got to try for it. No, he's not going to try for it. I don't know what Gassier is doing. Tanking the tower. Seems like a bad idea. No, he's actually going to bait with the Spike Carapace. And now Sescu going to get hit with the Malphus as well. Has that haste rune arrow. He's going to almost get hit by it, but Sasu's going to jump forward. He's going to get that kill. And once again, it is another complete team wipe for Gamesboard. They're going to lose their familiars as well. Black Hole was used in that fight, and they definitely reap the benefits of that. Timbersaw got in deep. He did a lot of damage, but it wasn't enough. And now Timbersaw, you don't want to be doing this, man. He's getting hit with an Impale. Showgirl deciding to suicide. Gazier with the Spike Carapace will not stun him, but it looks like it doesn't matter because Taboo has enough damage right now, and the Malphus stun is there as well. 18 for 7, 16 minutes, almost 17 minutes in Gamesboard with utter control of this game. It's only the first tier 1 tower that they have taken, but hey, they have so much momentum right now. They just got so much gold from that last fight. In a little bit, I'm going to pull up the gold from mid chart. We'll see how much. Yeah, up from 6,000 to 10,000. That was a 4,000 gold fight. That was a 6,000 experience fight. Huge, huge leads being taken by Gamesboard right now for this stage of the game, and MagicPigeons, they don't exactly have a late game lineup. I mean, Gamesboard, their late game is in the Mirana versus Juggernaut. I would say Juggernaut has a slight late game edge, but then you have the Black Hole, then you have the Queen of Pain, and MagicPigeons, although the Timbersaw is a pretty substantial force late game, he's a hero that does fall off. In the meantime, middle lane Showstopper gonna try to 1v3, another Blink Impale from Gazier, and the 604 also gonna stick his neck out. Is there another bubble? No, there's nothing to actually crowd control this Visage, but I don't really think it matters. The leap leap movement speed might be enough. Gazier gonna look for another mana drain or something. He's gonna Vendetta forward, has a Blink Dagger, will blink forward for an Impale, and Showgirl getting hit with that Impale also as he goes up to the high ground. But Gazier chases deep. He might get punished by these familiars, but Spike Carapace will keep him alive, and Taboo with the damage. Someone's going to put in bubble, and it's going to be Showgirl. He's going to get stunned mid-Timber Chain. Gazier going to jump forward just in case, but it's not even going to be necessary. 22 for 7. And the amount of steamroll that's happening right now. Sescu, what are you doing there, bro? He's going to get all his poison off, but everyone has TPs. Everyone has mech. Showdog going to try to get in there with an Omni Slash, but he's going to, okay, dodge the arrow. That's a good start. Here comes Showstopper from the side. Will kill off Nick Assassin immediately. Taboo now stunned up. There is nothing that Taboo can do to escape from this. He's going to get chopped down. A little bit of overkill, I think, but still picking up a godlike kill for your Omni Slash. 1,000 gold for him. Will get him a little bit closer to his Drum of Endurance. Thought I saw him pick up a Drum of Endurance. Might have been someone else. Dragonite? Oh, yeah, Dragonite picked up Drum. So a little bit closer to that, but Gamesboard, they're looking pretty good this game. Their Queen of Pain has 3,000 gold. It could be an incredibly fast Sheep Stick. Take a quick look at all the other items. Of course, Nick Assassin does have that Blink Dagger. Staff Wizardry could be a 4-staff, and it looks like it is going to be a 4-staff. Sasu cannot get a kill on Showdog, but he could force him out of the lane. Oh, the intimidation tactics right there. That was something. He's going to instead go and try to go for Showstopper. Showstopper does have enough mana for a Dragon Tail, has jump charges as well. Taking a little bit of damage from the damage over time. Sasu going to blink forward, but here comes the Venomancer trying to get a Gale onto Wizard, onto Sasu. He will land on Sasu, but hit the mech from Enigma. He's here to back everyone up. Tower destroyed on top side. Gazier going to try to get this kill on the Timbersaw. Not going to happen unless he has substantial support, which is not in the area. They get one tower, MagicPigeons, but they're still falling further and further behind. A straight up Orchid is picked up from the Queen of Pain. Would have liked to see her go for the Sheep Stick instead. I mean, Orchid's pretty good against Timbersaw. It's held Silence is really good against anyone. With the amount of momentum you have, you could definitely afford to go a little bit deeper and get that item that costs just a little bit more, but is that much more effective. Taking another look at the rest of the Gamesboard side, Shadow Demon building up a 4-staff of his own. Enigma with a Ghost Scepter now, so well, there's not that much physical damage on the MagicPigeon side. I don't really know how I feel about that Ghost Scepter pickup, but still it'll keep him safe sometimes, and then other times it'll just kill him because of Breathe Fire and stuff like that. Mirana with the Yasha going to go for a man style. She's doing some pretty heavy damage with the phase boots as well. Of course, Orchid and Assassin I already covered. Whereas on the MagicPigeon side, well, Timbersaw still he's gonna go towards a BKB away from his Bloodstone. It looks like it. This is just nothing. Juggernaut has the drums, and Showstopper getting spotted out by Sasu. Dragon Tail? No Dragon Tail, but he's got to watch out for an arrow. He knows that Taboo has an angle on him. Arrow's going to fly, will not hit onto anything. Couple poking and prodding. The high armor of the Dragon Knight, and Taboo's not doing that much all of a sudden. Assassin in the meantime trying to kill people and then not being successful. Here we go. Mirana's ultimate is up, and it looks like Showdog's going to get caught unaware. Black Hole has to be used if they're going to... No, they have silence. Never mind. He is so dead. Midnight Pulse, for good measure. Why not? Completely forgot about that Orchid. And, well, now Juggernaut knows they have an Orchid. It is a new item that Gamesboard had not revealed yet, and, well, they're going to know now. Enigma in the area. They're going to take this bottom lane. Tier 1. Timbersaw is here for the chalk room, but it's just going to be a little bit of harassment in the end. Showgirl might actually be in a little bit of trouble. You know, they're playing forward for the silence. Showgirl, gonna magic stick up, is gonna go to full HP, but an arrow's gonna connect, and a sonic wave onto 2. 604 is gonna die. Gonna take hit by that as well, and lose one of his familiars. Not good for MagicPigeons. Now everyone, or near everyone's on this bottom lane for Gamesboard. This tower is going to go down, and MagicPigeons are gonna put a little pressure on the top side. Showstopper, level 14 on that DK, doing some pretty good pushing, but really not enough. Nothing compared to this. That's the bottom lane completely carved out, and now straight into a smoke. In the meantime, bottom lane Showstopper is going to get stunned up by Gazier. Here comes Sasu for the silence. Unfortunately, the amplification won't pop too hard, but still it should be enough. Mana drain, Showstopper is completely tapped out. He's going to try to do as much mana damage as he can before he goes down, but Sasu does pick up that kill. DK dying, trying to buy a little bit of space for his team. And then I think it's going to be tower after tower. Gamesboard have enough momentum to confidently take fights and push towers off of those fights. And hell, Gazier's doing that all by himself. He's going to get his Force Staff very, very shortly. So yeah, towers are going to start to fall very, very quickly. 2,000 gold on this Enigma. Boots of Travel might not be a terrible item on him. I mean, considering the fact that he doesn't really need anything else to be effective. I guess a Blink Dagger, BKB, maybe not BKB, he doesn't actually need it. Maybe a Blink Dagger, set up a black hole, but still, I think Travels would be useful right now. You're ahead, might as well get that extra mobility, stay ahead. Top lane going to be poked at a little bit. Without their Enigma, a lot of the pushing power is not exactly together, but still, no response from the MagicPigeon side. Sasu Taboo doing more than enough damage to take down this tower. And they can even keep going. MagicPigeon's kind of not doing anything. They're going to try to clear off a stack, but Homer's clearing is very slow. And now Showdog is going to get silenced once again. This Orchid is going to hurt. It won't kill him off, but it will come damn near close. Sasu gets a wicked 6 streak. He has 1,800 gold in the bank. Lincoln Sphere, probably what's going to be the next item of choice. And with that Perseverance, I don't really think he was going to go for Bloodstone. It should be a Lincoln Sphere. I don't know. Could be anything. But he's like, you know, running around, taking kills, taking names. Now Nick Assassin looking for Showstopper on the bottom side. There's a lot of heroes here, and Nick Assassin going to jump right in. Wes or no, going to put him in the bubble first. Taboo needs an angle for that arrow. He will, well, it doesn't even need it because Gazier is going to land the stun first. Dragon Knight gets picked off, and with the momentum that Gamesboard has, I would not be surprised to see a GG anytime soon for MagicPigeon. Showgirl going to get stunned. He's going to pop from the Orchid. Yeah, he's down. Sescu Homer is very, very close to death, although he doesn't really know it. Top lane's being pushed. Bottom lane's being pushed. Top lane tower, not too much damage, but still, it's enough. Looks like the Venomancer did clear off that stack just in time, but in there, actually, there's nothing that MagicPigeons have going for them. Normally in this situation, you would say they're behind in kills, but they have a farming anti-mage, but they have better late game. They don't have better late game. They have like slightly better late game, but not nearly substantial enough. They don't have the tower advantage. They don't have map control. They don't have well, they have decent ways of killing Roshan, but it's mostly a safe Roshan, not a fast Roshan. And Gamesboard, I don't think they're gonna let MagicPigeons get that far in this game. Arrow gonna go for a fish. Not gonna find anyone. But double damage on Sasu, and this tower is going to get torn down very, very quickly. Got to watch out for the Blink Impale from Gazier. But yeah, tower's down. It's the last tier 2. It's the last outer tower that MagicPigeons have. And now Gamesboard, what's going to be the next target? Smoke up. Sescu Homer. Roshan? Anything. Hey, they could go for a Roshan pretty easily, I think. Arrow gonna fly. They don't have any Eidolons here. Oh, they do. Eidolon's bringing up the rear. So yeah, Eidolon's adding that damage. Gazier's gonna be the one tanking up. Lincoln Sphere up on Sasu now. He's gonna be very difficult to kill. Here comes the familiar, spot everything out, but I still think if Gamesboard fight here, they should win. Although they're very clumped up, they get some huge value. They instead kill the familiars first. Showdog is going to get Omni Slash and a huge amount of damage. Showgirl as well. Showdog getting a caught in the black hole. Sonic Wave onto both of them as well. Impale onto both of them as well. Enigma from the low ground still getting hit by Roshan, but he's going to be just fine. He's going to get hit with the ultimate from Venomancer, and that Ghost Scepter is going to hurt a lot. He's going to get Dragon Tailed on his way out, but Taboo standing and delivering the damage. It's a holy shit streak in the meantime for Sasu on the top side, cleaning everyone up. Orchid now onto Showgirl. Did he buy back for this? I think he did. He definitely did. Gonna die twice. And where did everyone else from MagicPigeons go? Venomancer did get picked off. Dragon Knight is in a little bit of trouble if this arrow can land. Arrow's going to connect, as will the Impale. Gazier's Impales have been on the mark this entire game. It's a complete team wipe. Gamesboard lose the Enigma. No one takes the Roshan, but off of that team wipe, they are going to take the game. GG has been called, guys.
That's a win for Radiant.
That's going to be it. Game number 1 goes to Gamesboard in convincing fashion. And MagicPigeons, we're going to have to see something very different from them, because this gold per minute chart, Shadow Demon is like above the Juggernaut. That explains everything, guys. We're going to move on to game number 2. Stay tuned. Short break. You know the drill.